So what you doing today?
Okay, today we're changing the rear brake pads.
Okay.
So I'm gonna remove the wheels.
These are original brake pads?
Yeah, original from Toyota. And they come with this little plastic piece that we'll see in a moment what this is for, but without this we wouldn't be able to change them. And so we just did the procedure that you're going to show on camera as well. Deactivate the electronic parking brake. So that needs to be done before, of course, removing the brake pads. Okay, so there's a procedure to change the brake pads in the rear because of the electronic parking brake. So we need first to disable it because it's going to prevent us from compressing the piston to make space for the new brake pads that are much thicker. So first we need to we don't need to start the engine, but basically we need to put it on and then remove the handbrake. Okay, that's done. Now we stop. Okay. Now I put it back on. Okay, and here's the procedure. Foot on the brake.
Yeah.
Then here's the parking brake. You'd see my finger? Yeah. Here's the parking brake lever. So I'm gonna do 3 up, 1. Okay. First, let's restart because I need to do it within 8 seconds from this being on. So let me put it 1, 2, 3 up.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 down.
Yeah.
And you see here, P is blinking. Okay, now there's one more thing to do. Now I remove the foot from the brake. That's important.
Okay.
And now down for 5 seconds until something shows on the dashboard.
Yep.
Oh, come on, no. Okay, it's not doing it. Let me off and on again. And here, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, you got that.
No, but that's not what I'm expecting. Maybe it's foot on the brake as well. 2, 3, 4. There you go, foot on the brake as well. See, EPB shift interlock function deactivated.
Okay.
So that means the electronic parking brake is deactivated.
So now we can change the brake pad.
Now we can compress the piston and change the brake pads. Okay, and I can switch off because it engages the parking brake on and off.
On and off, okay.
So the brake pads need to be on the roller, basically. I mean, the brakes needs to be.
Yeah, just put it under the vehicle.
Okay. So these are pretty worn out. I need a 19 with. It's pretty. They're really. Okay, this one I can do with the impact wrench.
So this is the caliper bolt you're opening?
Yes.
Okay.
And the second one, unfortunately, we cannot use
Impact wrench.
impact wrench or even a socket. We need to use a spanner wrench because we don't have space because of this. We don't have space to access that bolt, and like this it needs a lot of strength, so I'm going to use this lever to help me have a lot of strength on the bolt. Yeah, should have a little bit more. Okay, I should be able to move it by hand if I lift the weight of the calipers. I can move it. I'm gonna bring this here so I can rest the calipers on it. is removed. Now, just pull here and
Fantastic.
whoa, calipers here. Now, remove the brake pads, and you can see there's very little life left on them,
Let's compare with the new one. Take
which
more.
I did
How many kilometers on it?
80,000 kilometers.
80,000.
That's the rear, and I use the brakes pretty hard.
Yeah,
So
you're a very slow driver.
So most people should get more than 80,000, and that's the
Wow.
rear. The front still have life on them. Okay. All right. So now here comes the
tool.
tool, because there's only one piston. It's here,
Yeah.
and we need to compress it. But we cannot compress it like we do normally with a C-clamp or with a special tool that spreads out like this to compress this piston. It needs actually to rotate, and that's where you see these two things get inside here and will allow us to rotate this.
So it comes with the box, with the brake pad.
Yes,
kit, they call it
yes, the
pad
brake
kit.
pads
Kit.
come with this tool. So the only thing is, I don't know if I need to screw or unscrew here. Let's try screwing, which makes sense. Yes, screwing compresses the piston. Okay, that's working.
Okay, go all the way in.
As far as
It goes.
I can.
So once you install the brake pad, do you have to unscrew it then?
No, because
I will just go with the pressure. Go out with the
it
pressure.
will adjust once you reactivate the electronic parking brake (EPB). It does a procedure to calibrate. It goes in and out until it finds where it should be on and off. Basically, so this works automatically. Do you have a caliper? Not
Yes.
a brake caliper, but yeah, to
Yeah,
measure. Because we're gonna just measure how much space, how thick the rotor is to see how much space there needs to be between the brake pads. This keeps slipping. It's not super convenient, honestly, but it works. Anyway, it's just this thing even comes down. It was not leaking like this before, but now it comes down even under load.
Yeah, I think it's done fully.
Maybe it's
It's fully in.
not really, but anyway, let's see if that's enough. So here, these come out of the old brake pads.
So you need to use those, yeah?
So I need to put them, and also these things here.
Yeah.
So
Is there any left, right, or
no, they're the same.
there's the same?
Inside, outside, left, right. They're all the same.
Okay. Two per piece? Okay, one for each. This will be the other way around.
It's this one first. Hold on. Okay, so one with the extra tabs here. And yeah, so
This is the back side, yes.
So this is the one where you can see the piston
Yes,
marks.
yes.
Okay, so this little thing goes down. Down is here, so this is going to be the outside. No, the inside. And it keeps coming off. Need to, do you have pliers?
Yeah.
Can I get pliers? Okay, to fit these, there's some springs here and there.
Yeah.
they're hard to see, but here basically. So one way to do this is to basically tilt it like this, get the top part in under the springs, and then push it up. It's really not convenient to do these things unless you do this. No, it's the same. Actually, this one needs to go in first. Not sure though. Let me try to get the piston a little bit further in, because honestly, I don't see much space here. So, yeah, as I slide it in, everything moves out of its... These things don't even clip properly. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, on this side,
Put the other one.
hold on, I need to lift the spring here. There you go. That one's in.
Perfect.
Now that one, I need to put it in again. Man, there's no way it's gonna...
By the way, okay. No, I think it will slide.
Oh, no, look.
Yeah.
There's about 5 millimeters in here.
Yeah.
Less than 10. Not 5, but less than 10. So there's no way it fits like this. Other side in. Oh, and now there's way more than 20 millimeters, you see?
Okay, let's put it back.
So, great. The things that were down now are up. Okay, so now look at the space there is between those brand new brake pads. We can compare again with the thickness of the old ones, right?
Yep.
This is a big difference. And now we're ready to slides in. So.
A little bit more space.
No, the problem is this thing.
Comes back. Yeah, the piston pushes it out.
It's not the piston. Now it's those things here.
Yeah.
It slides this way. So, hold on. No, like this. Yeah, there you go.
And then you quickly.
Okay.
There you go.
So, if you know how to do the rear ones, honestly, the front are a piece of cake.
One side is done. Move it to the other side.
It's really nice, those electric. I can take them as long as we charge before going on a trip.
Yeah.
And take them camping. Really nice.
We're done with both the wheels.
So now that we've installed the brake pads successfully, we're gonna do the opposite of earlier. So on, foot on the brake, and now up for 5 seconds. And you can hear it.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Press the brake pedal and push engine, blah blah.
That's the brake.
Yeah. Yeah. Just don't drive now.
Just